Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome back for some more EVE Online. Welcome back also to SiSi, the test server for EVE Online, where a huge gathering of Amarian Titans is underway. Understandable, this one gets a look overhaul, and it looks pretty amazing in my opinion. And everyone can redeem an avatar at the moment. Through the test server just for this test specifically. Now, I'm not a Titan pilot, so I've had to do some stuff with my skills, and I'm trying to move my fit basically to the keep store where the Titan that I redeemed is actually docked at the moment. Not sure if I'll make it in time for the start of the test, because we are supposed to gather around here. As you can see, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of avatars. And yeah, I needed a pretty big ship as well to move everything, so I grabbed that obelisk, and I've got like some fittings in there that I'll hopefully be able to still put in the avatar. In the meantime, maybe I can try to get some more of these skills up and running. For instance, capital energy turrets, I think. Yeah, apply skill points. 8150. I won't have a doomsday unless I go for a lot more skills, but I think that we can try. I hope that I get into warp as well. 784, and I will do 5. 1475216. I don't have the specialization, but I did buy some Tech 1 versions. You're free to use any ship you want, but the special test subject is the avatar. Can I go and take a closer look at one at the moment? I can't, because I am of course trying to warp off. Vector is almost aligned, so maybe I can zoom the camera out a little bit, or use this one, the tactical camera. If it wants me to, if it allows me to unanchor. There we go. There it is. If we encounter any bugs, well, it's bound to get pretty busy. 450 people in the system already for a mass test that was really not announced at all. That's pretty damn amazing. And so here is detail, especially here, of course, you now have this big gaping hole in the front of the avatar that's much more detailed, where of course its doomsday weapon will fire from, something that I unfortunately will not be able to fit. And then back here we've got the bay, and I think down here you also have like a undocking bay that's set there. Now we are finally in warp, so let's get on here. And maybe I can still do this. Let's take a quick look at that. Sorry about the FPS counter. I'll have to go for a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, I do have a doomsday weapon in here. Yep. And then if I go for show info requirements, do I still need something? Oh, I don't. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise. That means that I could put more skill points in the Titan skill itself, which I think is... Where is that one? Is it in Spaceship Commands? Amar Carrier, Dreadnought, Amar Titan. There we go. Apply skill points. 105,000. Yep. Then level 4. Apply skill points. 596. 078. That works. And then finally apply skill points. 3.3 million skill points to get Amar Titan to 5. Well, here on the test server you can do that a lot more quickly, of course, which means that we're gonna move all of this stuff down here. And then for the Titan itself, here we go, Mizuko's avatar. Who would have thought? Very, very cool. Then we gotta go for fitting, and let's see what we brought. I just grabbed like one of the fittings from yeah, can't do that for some reason. I think, yeah, Doomsday Operations is not trained to 1. I'll put it in here offline just in case, and I don't think I can do these, so I'll just take the Tech 1s that I bought instead. Put all of these up here so that we can at least fire a weapon. These in here, I'll go there. Can I do like a shift and then put all of that? Ooh, that does work. That's cool. Rigs. We're still not starting. Okay. Go, go, go. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that if we still can. Yeah, there's more stuff to put in here. One more low slot, apparently, which is another one of these. Okay, nothing of drones or anything of the sort. So we'll undock and we'll join the test, of course. Man, I am actually flying an avatar. Complete disaster of a fit. I'm not even gonna post that in the video description. I don't think that's not gonna be worth it. But we are in a Titan. I'm just trying to hobble something that'll at least fire before... Oh man, and here on the Keepstar, it's just as bad. We gotta go to the station in Taki Bank Depository and I'll do a warp within 30. Let's get started, please. Warp to planet 1 at your own distance. Best to avoid warp at 0. Okay, planet 1. Let's do a warp within 50, right in the middle of it. And this will probably take a little bit of time, but good news, of course. This establishing warp vector is now part of the game, and as a result, you will be able to warp eventually. It might just take you a little bit of time. That gives me a bit more time for this. Show info. Why the hell didn't it show me what I'm lacking? Oh, here it is. Here it is. And so now what I can do here is just buy and train as well. Rather costly, but yeah, this is a test server, so it's not really a problem. And then I can just right click, apply skill points if I still have enough, which I think I do. And this is of course why you join mass tests as well. If you ever want to have a chance to fly something you've never flown before because it's too expensive or anything like that, you get extra skill points on the test server only, but very specifically for these purposes, of course. Apply skill point next. 521, 568. I think I'll be lacking munitions for the Doomsday, but we'll see. And can I do the last one? 2950, 430. That's also a pretty hefty counter. And in the meantime, yeah, the pod of Avatar Titans that is slowly moving and trying to get into warp. Some of them are succeeding towards planet 1. Pretty cool, of course. We're going into crazy mode. We got the new trailer as well for the second quadrant. Very interesting. I'm really curious what it all means, actually. And I love the fact that we are continuing the Triglavian storyline. That is very cool, in my opinion. What are they planning to do? I think they'll try to like carve out their own part of space, and then eventually perhaps they'll become indeed the 5th race. Oof, we got Doomsdays going off all of a sudden, which is not, of course... Oh, is it cancelled? Oh, I'm already warping. Off we go, so I can join the Masters. But yeah, lore-wise, story-wise, really awesome in my opinion. It's gonna be a part of this next quadrant called Eclipse, if I'm not mistaken. Gates shutting down. We saw, I think, new ships, new weapon systems. So very cool. I'm very excited. And here is then the new avatar, and I'm flying it myself while in warp. Ooh, we should definitely look at that animation then. Anything we can spot up here? No, but this is probably going to change. I hope I don't warp straight into anyone. That we actually get a view. And there's gonna be too many of them. That is not so good. Get. Alright. Still, give me a view on that. And now we're out of warp. There it goes. Not super clear, not the best angle, but then it opens up like a shield, a whole warp shield right in front of it. That's actually made of armor. Not of like shields, energy shields or anything like that. Align to XBV gate. Do not warp there yet. Stargate XBV, and I will do align to. And yeah, this is of course something we don't see very often. A huge amount of Titans. 500 people in local. Most of them will be flying Titans at this point. Quite crazy. If I activate everything, does it respond? Because we're down to 30 FPS right now. So all of this is pretty heavy on the server and on the client at this point. Look at that. It's basically the Amarian NPC fleet that's coming out to play. Or at least it looks like that, and there's just gonna be more and more of them coming from there and from there apparently. Probably one from the station and one from the Keep Star. But this is pretty impressive. And of course, one thing, I mean, I saw the comment on the trailer as well. Look at this mess right here in the middle. Could you imagine if we could do like formations, if you could like set a formation for your fleet perhaps, or if you could just see, okay, those guys are in a formation, somehow it would be shown. I could just right click on one of them, join formation, and it would put my Titan in its spot as the formation can grow. That would be of course really impressive and amazing. A 3D formation, of course, so that we can go above and to all sides, in front and behind as well, depending on the formation you choose. It could be super cool, in my opinion. Let's see what else is happening. Planet 1 at 100. Okay. Quite a few people took 50 as well. And FPS down to 20. That for my RTX 2070. It does show that this is pretty damn heavy for the system to handle. 515 in local. Everyone is coming in, redeeming their Titans. Potentially for another mass test later down the line as well, of course. But do not warp there yet. I haven't seen the actual test phases that they're planning. Maybe they'll show the... Oh, it would be really cool if they would show the Triglavians all of a sudden, but that's something that we haven't seen in a very long time, where CCP decides to like show the NPCs, the NPC stuff. Basically, I think since the Drifter stuff, back then they would at least have some of those special sites on the test server. And with special pirate ships as well, we've had them spawn in like a Serpentis fleet for new NPCs that they were developing and things like that. But with the Triglavians, haven't really seen them do anything like that. It would be cool if we would, for instance, get stomped by the World Ark or something like that. So we're still aligning. Gotta have a little bit of patience. This is a mass test. After all, Fleet W, warp to XBV. You can then also sign no to me if you have fuel, which I do not. And high in local. Let's give an 07. And so XBV, I think I'm in Fleet W. I'm actually not sure. Does it show that? I'm going to assume for a moment. Can I see that somewhere? Fleet. Don't see the name, but alright. Fleet says warp to the gate. And there we go. ISD Supergo is actually doing a fleet warp. How many are we in the fleet? 190 for Fleet W. Compared to 520 in local, that's not that many. Oop, and very big performance dip with all of these Titans going into warp at the same time. And yeah, here, if this could be a formation rather than one big mass of Titans, that almost makes sense when it's only avatars. It's actually becoming closer and closer to just one avatar. And that's an engine block. And that's front armor. But that did take a little bit. Okay, back here, Fleet X, warp to XBV, gate and hold. And we have to jump through. So I think I have to give that order myself. Probably after I warp. So we're dropping out of warp. This is also a speed that I'm completely not used to. Biggest I normally fly is the Orca, and most of the time, especially during the mass test, I fly a battleship. I don't want to be like on the field forever either. I'm definitely okay. Oof, this is gonna get busy. So yeah, my aim here is to show the test, join in on the PvP, get maybe some smaller scale combats, and then for the time that my pod tends to last on the field, I try to show the whole battlefield. Here, of course, yeah, this is gonna be, I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Maybe CCP will intervene, because this is a lot of HP to get through. We will see. This is still part of the test though, so... and why am I seeing all these titans here? Oh, don't tell me that I'm actually in Fleet X. And then they'll doomsday me pretty soon, but here we go. First execution. Lots of doomsdays going off. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more. Fleet X, get ready. So that's the problem. I was online and all of a sudden I got an invite and I don't know which fleet it's for. So I may be next. At least I'm getting some buffs. Oh, I should definitely activate all my stuff as well at this point. And I don't think... Can I put this online? I can, but I won't be able to fire it, I'm afraid. All PvP is now allowed in XBV, which is here. And I'm already taking quite a bit of a beating, I think. No, my shields are still somewhat okay. So let's see if I can maybe like hit that maelstrom. I wanna like punch below my weight here first to start with. Does it work? Ooh, man, he's gone. We also have something else here that's a little bit smaller. Get another maelstrom. Let's activate this. And I think here you need fuel for that. So I think that won't work. Requires your ship to be loaded with helium isotopes, which I don't have. Yeah, I was really not expecting this to be the Avatar mass test. Look at the crazy fireworks. It is very impressive, and that one is holding really strong. Let's see if I can hit that maelstrom at 20 again. What's the optimal on something like this? 26. So that should be a pretty good hit if he's not moving too fast on a maelstrom. Are we in tie-dye? I'm not spotting that, and I think that's a first doomsday on me. I could activate that. Not sure if it's gonna do anything. And can I maybe try to move out of range of these lances or something? Let's activate that. And so this is what happens when you've got 300-ish titans on the field fighting it out. I won't be long here, but it is pretty cool. And can we get some more shots on something? A caracal, that'll be too small. A Gnosis. Honestly, at this point, you will want to look for stuff that doesn't move very fast. So for instance, that Megatron is actually moving decently quickly. At least that one is down. We can try to fire at the Megatron a little bit. FPS completely unmanageable. We are at 14 FPS at this point. I'm gonna put this back like this. Brackets are not up, so stuff, doomsdays all over the place, stuff is dying. I could try to save my Titan and then maybe try to fly it for like a next mass test. Then I will have to disengage. So, Jesus Christ. That's a lot of Titans. Poor server, poor client. Not having an easy time here. But it is pretty cool. And I'm just not hitting that Megatron. Oh, he's too close to me. So we'll leave that one alone. How the hell do I find a gate in all of this? Maybe it's... let's see if I can find the gate to reapproach. FD. There we go. I'll try to slow boat back towards that, or maybe even fast boat. Well, that's all relative in a Titan, of course. And see if I can't save it. And then here is my timer, 25 seconds. That should not be a problem. We'll cut this one down. And maybe I should try to at least fire back at some of these Titans while other people are also taking them out. Oh no, of course not. If I want to jump through, then I should not do that. Maybe I should also try to zoom in on one that's using his, like this one, his Doomsday. Let's see. Can't really get a good view. I'm being Doomsdayed, so I won't last very long here. There we go. Titan not saved. We are down. Big hit on the system again for that. Let's see if I can recover. It's basically not liking this at all. I'm still approaching the gate. FPS is slowly recovering. Good God. And I don't see tie-dye, but this is pretty much what a tie-dye fight feels like as well. Although it's even slower, and I must say, I'm not a big fan of that myself. So I'd rather have things a little bit more manageable. And even here with 350, it is too much. Basically, not exactly my cup of tea for EVE Online, but for a mass test, I'm definitely willing to try and plow through this a little bit more. And look at that. That's, maybe you saw it right there. So what used to be really weird was when you had a Doomsday that went off in a completely different direction than the alignment of your Titan. And now you see they've got these like energy ridges on the sides, like here, those three, that actually make it so that it makes a lot more sense. That is very, very cool. I won't be long for this world anymore, I'm afraid. So there you go, guys. That was actually a pretty short mass test, but definitely a very cool one. Basically celebrating the new avatar model. Awesome rework, of course, on that front with the weapon animations, the warp animations, and all of that stuff. I'll be heading for the station. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.